What up, brothers? It's Clipper King returning for another review to my channel, and you might have joined me for the Blake Griffin review and thought, what the fuck's Derrick Rose doing here? Or you might have joined me for the Derrick Rose review and thought, what the fuck's Blake Griffin doing here? I'm not doing the review together, but the first two categories I will do together. So regardless which review you're watching, you're going to see this section. You'll also see the packaging section, and then the review will fork off onto or fuck off onto the review you're actually looking for. So I wanted to put them both in together to start with because it emphasises the uniform of the packaging, but it also lets me only explain the next story once. I'm going to tell you how I came by the figures. So I'll crack on with that. Friend of mine, Anthony Sang, I've spoke about a lot over the last few weeks. Great guy, lives in Hong Kong. He's an Englishman, but he's moved to Hong Kong for work purposes. Got in touch with me a few weeks ago, and I was looking for the damn King. I always say that wrong. The Damn Toys Jack of Spades figure. Couldn't find it anywhere online, and he helped me find it. Took him a length of time, but also he explained that if there were any new figures I wanted, he would be able to get hold of them in Hong Kong for reasonable prices. So I actually went with him and bought Zod, Wolverine, two versions of Thor. I did get the Jack of Spades also. He has sent me packages really well, and he has said that if I want to pass his contacts on to any other collectors who want hard to find or new stock sending, he's more than happy to do so. And like I said, that's Anthony Sang. I'm going to put his link in the comment box below both videos, so if you want to make contact you can do that. He doesn't mind, obviously, as long as you treat him with respect and you're not naive to think that he's going to sell them you at massively discounted prices. But I've got to say his prices are really fair. Anyway, I received a massive box from him last Tuesday, which I were expecting. It got the light armor version of Thor, the standard version of Thor, the Jack of Spades from Damn Toys, and also the Wolverine figure. And that were the last figures I were expecting to get until I bought the next lot, so to speak. Anyway, 2 days later, I received another package. If you go back on my video, you will see that there's a video on my channel called one of the best days as a collector, something like that, and it basically just explains this story. But for anybody who hasn't seen that and has tuned in to see this review and thought, how has he come by these figures, this is why I'm telling you again. Basically sat at work last Thursday, parcel force rolls in, comes up to the what I call the express entrance, which is where all my merchandise comes to. It didn't take it to the actual goods in area in the facility, it brings it straight to sort of canteen door. So anyway, I meets him outside, says, why have you brought it down here? You know, goods in's over there. He says, well, it's for you. And I thought, well, it's not, because I'm not expecting now. I got all my stuff in that big box that you brought on Tuesday. He says, well, it's addressed to you. So anyway, I looks at it and I'm thinking, I'm not expecting that, so I don't know what this is. Anyway, one of my workmates, John, basically said, well, fuck it, somebody sent you something, sign for it, it's yours. Whatever's inside, it should be coming here, so to speak. So anyway, I signed for it, realised that it had been shipped from Anthony. So I'm thinking, what's he done here? Has he shipped my order twice? Or has somebody not given him an address and he sent it to me for me to send on to somebody else in UK? I didn't know. Anyway, I cut the box open and inside there was a letter basically saying that he had come across these two figures. One of the stores he's bought a load of figures from, thanks in no small part to the fact that I've shouted him out over the last few weeks. He has made a lot of other contacts in the UK and probably in America as well, and they are picking figures up from him. So he's been able to go to certain stores and spend a lot of money in a short time. Anyway, one of the stores he's gone to has basically said, look, you can pick a couple of figures for free for your business, so to speak. Anyway, because he only collects Iron Man figures himself, there was nothing there for him to choose, but obviously I wanted to take the guy up on his offer and didn't want to offend him. Asked him which figures he would make the least loss on, and the guy told him the Enterbay NBA figures. He says they come out at a certain price, they don't really go up in price, and the markup's not massive on them, so there's no profit loss, so to speak. So anyway, he picked these figures, didn't tell me out about it until they arrived. And like I said, I read the letter and I thought, fucking hell, that is amazing. So basically, he's been given a gift, which in turn is passed on to me, and he knew my collection enough. Just show you, I have got the Jordan, LeBron and Kobe. So he knew my collection enough to know that them two figures would fit my collection really well. Obviously they do, and I'm buzzing to have them. And like I said, I put it all over Facebook overnight. A massive thank you to Anthony for doing this, because I don't know if I could have parted with two figures of this value. But like I said, not everybody loves the NBA figures. I do, I've got to be honest. The ones I got I really do like, and I really do like these two players as well. They are players that me and Callum use when we're playing 2K14, the basketball game on PlayStation. And it's been a shame really this season that Derrick Rose has been injured most of it, because he would have been a player I've enjoyed watching, and I think the Bulls might have gone a little bit further in playoffs than they did. Like I said, they are characters I'm familiar with, and I'm buzzing to have them, because it pretty much completes my basketball line, and it does give it a really nice look when I get them displayed all together. So like I said, massive shout out to Anthony. He didn't have to do that. He could have bought, or he could have got the 2-3 figures and sold them. He could have picked other 2 figures and made 100% profit on it, but he didn't. He basically thanked me for what I'd done for him by giving me these, and like I said, massive shout out to him. I am humbled by it. Like I said in my last review, the Aldo Rain that came from Shahin, it just means world to me to receive these. And like I said on that one, I could thank him 1,000 times and it wouldn't mean, or it wouldn't give him the feeling that me opening this box, the feeling that I got from that. So massive shout out to him. So I'm going to move straight on to the reviews. I'm going to score them up as usual. I'm trying to keep both figures in shot and also try and show me one at a time. Let's have a look at him while I'm rambling on. You see, this is Blake Griffin. Plays for Los Angeles Clippers. The big old brood. He's a fucking slam dunk express. Toot toot! And then this slick motherfucker, one of Adidas's top paid stars, Derrick Rose. If you look for him on YouTube, you'll see his highlight reel, and it's fucking awesome. There's a video on there where he fucking takes LeBron to school, and it's beast. I will say as well, most videos will say Derrick Rose the return. That's pretty much because he's always fucking injured, and he's always coming back from summer. Got knee problems, bless him. His meniscus is fucked, so we might never see him again. But it would be a shame because he's a top player, and he's fucking awesome on that computer game, like I said. Anyway, enough chatting shit, let's roll on. Source material. I'm going to say it like this. I know not everybody, particularly in this country, are NBA fans. In fact, it would be a very small minority that would be interested. But like I say, I've paid a little bit of interest. I do watch the stuff on BT Sports, so I have watched a lot of the games. And there's still certain things I don't understand about it. And I'm sort of learning more as I go, like the fact that there's news that Carmelo Anthony might go to Miami Heat, but because of sort of the wage structure, it's hard for a team to build what you would class an all-star team. I kind of like that about it, because it stops a Man City and Chelsea thing happening. So I am learning more and more as I go, but obviously I'm not going to profess to be a fucking NBA expert, because that would be bullshit. So, right. Like I say, not everybody would be interested, but if you are interested, then these two would be highly recognisable to you. But I'm going to review them as I see them, or I would recognise them, so to speak. Obviously, Jordan's the go-to guy, NBA-wise. Everybody knows him. And then it sort of filters down. More recently, you would know likes of Shaquille O'Neal, I would think. Probably Kobe Bryant, and then coming down to LeBron James. These two would be a level below all these, I would think. They're pretty much both star men for the team. Well, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, Blake, I suppose he is the sort of the marquee player. And Rose, obviously, I would agree with. But, like I say, he has been absent recently. But because they're not what you would class as household names, I'm only going to give them both a 2 out of 5. Which is a little bit shabby, because it's not their fault that people don't know them. But I am also going to keep the reviews fair. So like I said on the source material, I give both figures a 2 out of 5. Right, moving on to packaging. And as you can see, this is one of the reasons why I kept these both together. They both resemble the home jersey of each team. Even when you get close, you sort of see the perforations, or the perforation graphics on each box, which is really nicely done. Inside, the figure is housed in the sponge tray, and then the accessories are on the opposite side in a plastic clam. Functional, You don't feel like you're destroying it every time you touch it, and I think they are what you would consider enthusiast friendly. By that I mean, if you're a if you're a Chicago Bulls fan and you want to display your figure on a shelf, I think by putting that behind it, you're just giving yourself a sort of a figure surround, because it is very displayable. You could have your shirt hanging up at side or whatever, and yeah, I think it would look really good. You can see the chrome effect autograph, and then the same on this one, and they do keep it pretty simple, like I said, really nice and easy, good quality of card. I think the colour coding is awesome. Like I said, for any fans of either team, would be instantly recognisable who's inside because of the number, obviously, and the name across the jersey. So I really do like them. I said the same with the Kobe Bryant and the LeBron James. The Jordan one's slightly different because it has got a picture of Jordan on the front, but like I said, I think if you were to collect the full range, I suppose actually in America you wouldn't collect the full range, because if you liked one team, chances are you would hate another. It would be like me collecting a Steve Gerrard from Liverpool and then picking up a Wayne Rooney from Man United. Would never happen, because I would never spend money on Rooney. So I suppose if you strongly follow a team, then there's going to be other teams' figures you won't buy. But because I follow it as a whole thing, so to speak, I don't have no alliance with any teams. I have got a lot of jerseys actually now. A couple of Heat jerseys. I've got the Lakers one. I've got 2 Chicago Bulls one. I've got Cleveland Cavaliers, and got the Allen Iverson one as well. So I've got a few and not really aligned with any team. I just like to watch and see who's playing well, basically. That's what angle I come at it from. But anyway, I'm fucking waffling on again. The boxers, I'm going to give a 4 out of 5, simply because the graphics don't feature the figure or a shot of the actual person, but because they've all gone with this same line, I do really like it. You could display them all together or just as a one-off, and I think it gives a classy looking surround for your figure. So like I said, I'm going to give the packaging a 4 out of 5. Now, this is where the review will split. If you've come to watch Derrick Rose, we'll be moving into that category, and if you've come to watch Blake Griffin, we'll now be forking off into that category. But like I say, only Uncle Clipper do something like that for you. You know what I mean? I've got to give him some credit. You know I don't like to, but I will do at times, not a problem. So like I say, I hope you enjoy whichever review you've come to watch, but here's where this bitch splits. I will also say as well at this stage, before the review does split, if you can hear any tip tapping in the background, this is my bitch ass son playing GTA with his beats on, bless him. I've made him put them on so he's not making a shitload of fucking noise while I'm reviewing for you good fellas. Look at him. He's fucking oblivious. What a fool. Look at that sexy body. Cal. You fucking idiot. How's he faring on here? He's online with his fucking bitch mates, I bet. Callum, you still gay? Just saying you're still gay. Just laugh along, you fuck you. Right, rolling on to likeness. And anybody who knows Blake Griffin knows that's him fucking through and through. It's beautiful. He's a big old boy, got his big old swelled face, and this weird colour hair, to be honest. I think he's mixed race. I could be wrong there. In fact, if somebody wants to correct me, please put it in comments. I'm pretty sure he's mixed race. So he's sort of got Afro style hair, but he's got a lot of like ginger through it, and also a lot of the freckles on his face. Again, really accurate, really well done. The other thing people say with this likeness is the second sculpt, which is this. Looks like a chimp, I've read, and I think, fucking hell, people, you're as fucking racist as their owner. Clippers owner is the guy who's just got basically kicked out of fucking basketball for saying something about his bitch mixing with black people. So, I don't know, I think if you type in, put on your Google search, Blake Griffin, slam dunk face, it pretty much image of that. It is a ridiculous expression, but he does it nearly every time he's fucking flying. Just has this look on his face like he's majorly surprised. And like I say, I think it will fit the figure really well when he's in a slam dunk pose. We'll just show him. Look at the texture in the air. Look at that, the tiny little curls. And then the colour where it fades down. You see? Beautiful. Texture on the skin, look. Depth in eyes. Really good. So yeah, I would go against the guys who say it's either not accurate or looks ridiculous. I think it will fit the figure really well when he's dunking. But I do think it looks like him. This sculpt, I ain't seen nobody slate this sculpt because this is fucking amazing. Again, really well done on the hair. Skin tones, the fade. Really nice. And that's the other thing. I think they have cut the skin tone really well down onto the neck and onto the body. It's a totally different body. They're not just re-sculpting bodies. You saw the size difference with the Derrick Rose at the beginning. It's a bigger, stronger looking body where Derrick Rose is short, stocky, whizzes about the court. This guy's just a fucking powerhouse. Like I referred to him earlier, the Blake Griffin Express. Get out the way, brothers, because I'm coming on through. This one I'll just point out here because I don't know how I'm going to pose it next. This is because he don't wear no bandages. You see the knee joints, so I just wanted to show those while he'd got the knee joints opened up, so to speak. But yeah, the likeness alone, I'm giving it another 5 out of 5. Awesome head sculpts again from Enterbay. I think if Enterbay were doing the like-for-like licenses that Hot Toys would do, it'd be a really, really fucking close fight because there's not a great deal in it. Moving on to outfit. As you can see, I've changed up the pose before we start. I've gone with a slam dunk face. So just to show you, pretty much leaping forward, coming over with the right hand. Looking beastly and looking massive, I've got to say. But anyway, onto the outfit. Again, really well scaled outfit. The graphics are really good. It is the red fabric with the sort of the illusion of pinpricks through it. And then you have the Los Angeles on the chest, the LAC there, the NBA symbol up here, and then obviously his number 32. Then the transfer striping down the side, on the neck, and then down onto the shorts, down to his badge. That's my team. That's Clipper's team. That's who it is. Uncle Clipper's own team. On the back, got the Griffin 32. Again, looking really nice, and then the graphic work down the shorts. Kit really, really accurate. Well done again. Scale and fabric really good. Stays around his body really nicely, not like the original Kobe, which sort of had floating shoulders, as they said. It does have the arm strap with a padding on, which, like I've said before, it does hide the articulation points, which is nice. On the knees, however, it doesn't. It does have the white shorts underneath. I just wish they were like the ones that LeBron wore, which would reach down and sort of come over here. I know he don't wear knee pads, but I think it makes the articulation points look a little bit tidier if he did. Moving down to the shoes, really well done again. There's no Nike or Adidas symbol on them. I'm not sure actually what brand he wears, but the sculpt is really good. And again, the soft laces, like I said, flexible lace. It's not a real lace, but really good. Sort of the grey, the silver highlight, and then the blue. Just wish it would have had the Nike or Adidas symbol on, depending on who's making it. And then as you come round, you can see the tread, really well done as well. So, nice outfit, not a lot to it, like I said with the Derrick Rose figure as well. But you still can't fault it. They could have got it totally wrong, but they didn't. They didn't include a second outfit, which would have been nice, because I think actually on this one, the white with blue is the more iconic outfit. But they went for the red, which it gives me 3 red outfits in the collection, which is no biggie because I can sort of divide them up with the yellow and the white for the Lakers and the Miami Heat. So, but like I said, a choice would have been nice, but they didn't, and they didn't put in any extra trainers this time. But because I've seen it done wrong, it pleases me when it's done right. So I am going to give the outfit a 4 out of 5. Rolling on to the articulation, and I've got to say I really like this body. The thing I like mostly about it is the aesthetic. It is a lot bigger than the others. Probably only LeBron would be sort of comparable to it. The Jordan and Kobe, not much smaller, but a lot sleeker. The Derrick Rose is a lot shorter and stockier, but this one is just, it's massive, beastly, very strong limbs, very thick, heavy body, and really well done. Skin tones, everything. Again, I'll come back to mention the only obvious articulation points are the knees. Some knee pads would have done world of good, but the articulation is really good through the ankles. They're on a ball joint, the double bend knee, really good forward and back on the upper leg, and it will do the splits, so good articulation there. Rotation at the waist, crunch section in the ab, the good articulation in the shoulders. The arms will come together obviously, the visible elbow joint, and this one's covered. Only articulates at the top of the neck, and the hands pop on and off really nice. Again, good articulation and quite a good aesthetic, so I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. Rolling on to extras, and again I've still gone for an articulated look just to show that although the body is big and bulky, it does articulate really well. Again, like I said before, the only ugly joint is really the knee. The rest of the body's pretty good. Obviously now I've got his arm right back, so you're going to see the hinge under the armpit, but there is ways of disguising that. But yeah, rolling on to the extras, like I said, and again it brings the magnetised ball with a set of hands that will cradle the ball. Moving down, all these poses are possible because of the really good Enterbay dynamic stand. Again, with the hard court surface with the Los Angeles Clippers on it, really nicely done. Nice wood effect on it. Moving down, the Blake Griffin nameplate. Nicely weighted at bottom these, so I mean that figure weighs a ton, but it's still held really, really well. Moving down, a set of hands. Again, you get the magnetised one. See, it has the circle where the ball goes. It's got the one as if he's just thrown it, and you would have, fucking I can't turn it. You would have it sort of dangling like he's just launched the ball. So a really nice hand. The catching hand, or the cradling hand, whatever. It's not magnetised, that one, but really nicely done. A set of fists. And then on this one, it's a new set of hands that I've not seen on the NBA ones before. It's like, it's kind of a nearly closed fist. You would be able to use it for holding something or tucking his thumb down into his shorts or whatever, which is, I do like the sculpt, and more hands the better for me, but I don't understand what he would be holding because he don't bring no else. He doesn't have no trophies with this one, but the major plus point is the head sculpt. Again, that would be the first head sculpt, the neutral one, really accurate, and then that would be the second sculpt, which is the in action sculpt, and I do like it. Like I said, I know it's had a lot of shit from a lot of people, particularly on Sideshow Freaks, what I saw, but I like it. In hand, again, it's really good. I think this is the best one on this one, if I'm honest. With the Derrick Rose, both are as strong as each other, but I slightly prefer this one, although the pose has got to dictate that you use that. Like I said, a bit thin on ground as far as extras. Again, no change of shoes, which Jordan got. No change of outfit, which any of them haven't got. But other than that, there's not really anything I could have wished for it to have. But like I said, when a figure's retailing around this price, I don't know, it's a bit thin on ground. But because it's still got the head sculpt and it has got a good stand, I'm still going to give it a 3 out of 5. In the olden days, I'd have probably given that a 5 out of 5 just for the head sculpt, but I did tighten up about a year ago. So yeah, like I said, 3 out of 5 for the extras. Now rolling on to value. Just one last pose. Pretty much flying, just about to put it in the hole, so to speak. Leaning forward. Got the left arm coming round him as if he's bumpering someone out of the way, and I wanted to get back to the neutral sculpt, so that's what I've gone for. Again, it does display the articulation, is really good for a bulky figure. Just show you this as well. sometimes because the soft rubber, I've had it with the arm sort of back, it pulls the rubber away, and because it's that soft, when you pull it back forward, because there's articulation in the arm, it will show the mechanism inside. But like I said, if you were looking at that from there, you would never know. But it's always worth telling you, because I don't want to fucking highlight these figures and tell you everything's perfect and everything's rosy, and then you get me down, oh, I can see screws in his back and all that. That's what other reviewers would do, not this lad. I'll fucking tell you how it is. Whether you like it or not, that's what you're going to get. Because I am Clippers. Couldn't resist. Right, value. Like I said on the Derrick Rose review, I've got to score this a 5 out of 5 simply because it didn't cost me anything. So there's no better value than getting something for free. That is obvious. And like I said, I don't want to keep harping on about it because it comes across that I'm saying no, look what I got for free. That's not the case. But I think when someone does me a good deed, it's only fair that I show that I do appreciate the deed that's been done me. So yeah. Other than that, if you were to buy this figure from Enterbay, it would cost you $224 plus about $45 shipping. So because I bought my Kobe and LeBron from Hong Kong, they cost me about £160. Be careful if you are going to do that, because you will more than likely get a custom charge, because Enterbay, I've noticed they will ship it as a gift, but they will only, I forgot what the lowest price they would declare it at, but you will get custom charges normally. I did with LeBron, but I didn't with Kobe, so I thought that would be worth mentioning. Other than that, if you wanted to buy it from Anthony or any other figure, hard to find figure or new release figure, talk to Anthony Sang, who is my friend in Hong Kong. I like to call him either Tony Sang, the finder of lost figures, or yeah, just my Hong Kong connection. He's the guy I'll be going to for prices now, because he answers instantly and he's really, really fair. So, and not only figures, I've got to be honest, I asked the other day if anyone could find any or got any spare Hot Toy stands, and I got a few people pop up and say I might be able to put my hand on a couple. How many are you looking for? And I said, well, I need 4 really, because I wanted them for these figures. But then I'm thinking, well, I could do with one for Thor as well, and Zod and Superman. It won't go amiss to have a crutch grab stand on those. And I've got to say, within 10 minutes of that being on Facebook, Anthony popped up, oh, I'll sort you some stands out, not a problem. And I'm thinking in my mind, well, to get 4, 6, 5, 6, 7 stands from Hong Kong to England, the postage alone is going to cost a fortune. So I says, no, Tony, it's okay. I think I'm going to sort myself some out over here. No worries about it, pal. Anyway, when I realised it was going to be harder than I thought to sort these stands out, I went back to him, can you find me these stands? Yep, not a problem. In 20 minutes, he'd got me about 10 stands, and he's going to chuck them in with the next figure that I buy from him. So, like I said, it's not just figures. I know he sent Dean Knight a set of Catwoman goggles. I don't know where the fuck he found them, because they're like rocking or shit. But he found Dean Knight some Catwoman goggles and sent those. So, massive shout out to him. Like I say, he is a really good option. And I will say, I don't use anybody exclusively, because I think the beauty of buying these figures is the shopping around. But while ever Tony's looking after me like he has done so far, I would find it hard to go elsewhere. Certainly not to another eBay seller, because they can't match what he does. So that's just, I'm just calling it as it is. But anyway, I digress. I'll go back to this figure. The value to me is a 5 out of 5. If you paid 160 for it, I think that's probably about £40 too much, maybe £30 too much. So I would have knocked the value down to a 2 or a 3. Total score, 27 out of possible 35, which is a really popular score at the moment. I hope you've enjoyed this review. I know that probably my loyal fans will watch this, and any basketball fans. Other than that, I don't think it'll get massive views. But I don't also think there's another review of this figure, so people may be waiting to pull the trigger on it. We're waiting for a review to go up onto YouTube. I hope that's the case, because I don't like wasting my time doing reviews that nobody watches. But like I said, I'm more than happy with all the NBA figures, and if you have got a passing interest, it might be worth picking one of them up. And if you can't decide which one, then I have reviewed them all. So if you do have a look on my channel, I think you will get the answers you're looking for. But again, massive shout out to Anthony. You've done me a good one there, pal. I really appreciate it. I always will. And like I said in the letter, or you said to me in the letter, please don't sell them because they're a gift. I can promise you I will never sell them. I will say, as well, because I've just been looking around this collection, and the last time I was sorting out, I chucked this guy up here, and I wanted to show him because people probably think, where's that zombie that Wyman sent him? He sold it. I ain't sold it. I would never sell it, because any gift is not for me to sell. So like I said, just sit the lad down on there. Just give him a little sit down. Look, he's got his OSR t-shirt on, looking beautiful. So anybody who thinks fucking Rick could sell out, that's not the case. It was just that while I was sorting out, I didn't know where to display him. So I laid him on top of here, on top of my lights, where I have my return table, and I forgot to take him back out. So that's where he is. So rest assured, Anthony, I will never sell these figures, pal, and I'm as good as my word. Thanks for sending them me, and a massive shout out to you for doing so. I wish you all success with selling figures, or within just in the community, whether people buy from you or not. You're more than welcome in this community from me, pal. So for now, this is the Clipper King Brothers, and I'm out of here.